necessary in these situations to take a deep breath, right, Tasha?
I discover that the video series is making my mom depressed. She's depressed because she thinks that I'm depressed and going through midlife crisis. She suggests it might be time for me to get a job.
It may be very difficult to simultaneously be a good gardener and have a good garden, and yet at the same time be squirreled away up in one's room 10 hours a day, processing footage and then taking video.
Before we got married, I warned my husband that I wasn't going to get a job. He thought I meant just until the kids are in school. But that wasn't really what I meant.
My only concern with the willy-nilly scattering of seeds throughout the large garden area is that it would be rather difficult to tend to them on a daily basis.
You see, I've never had a full-time salaried job. It's not like I feel proud of that fact. It's just that at 42, I don't think it's really an option anymore.
I question how, as we know, Joanna has many talents. She's a multi-talented individual.
That's true. Good,
very creative.
Good backpedaling there.
That sometimes she tries to skip a step in the creative process and jump to the end.
And then there were the 2.5 years that I lived in Guatemala. I was employed down there for about 2 months, and that was the worst job I'd ever had.
I've lowered people's expectations so low that really anything I do these days is considered an achievement.
I still can't believe that you did all that. It's like totally like weeded up in there. Yeah, I'm still surprised you did that.
So I'm noticing several things. I'm seeing clear labels in orderly lines. This is in fact the perfect season to be planting these. You are totally in the right, and that man is wrong. I've brought my gardening assistant. We came with our trowel because we thought that there would be work to do. And frankly, Joanna, we want this to turn out well for you. And you might need a little help, so here we are.
My first real job, I mean, I did a lot of babysitting, but the first time I got a paycheck from a business was when I worked at the horse racing track, selling forms and programs to alcoholic gamblers. And that was a great job. Very eye-opening. I've pretty much always been employed, but just at a mid to low level range. For quite a few years I was working 2 hours a week at the YMCA. It was like running a low-grade fever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around. Seriously, everything is great. I really love not having a job. Sometimes it's challenging. You know, I mean, there's those days when, you know, you wonder if you're on the right path. not a lot of feedback. And, you know, what feedback you do hear isn't necessarily positive. I should have like a hairnet. Actually, I have 2 jobs. I teach yoga at 3 different locations, and I teach at a high school. I get these ideas, they're kind of manic, this spiral of ideas. I just got some this morning. Andrew's gonna love this one. Yoga Circus Roadshow. I go on the road, playing music. It's like a yoga class, but it's also like a workshop and a little art thing where we journal and we play music. It's like freeing your artistic child. And I go from yoga studio to yoga studio, and I sell my little handmade wallpaper books and albums, some how-to videos, kind of like the Rodney Yee, but with a creative thing. Andrew's gonna love that. First thing he's going to talk about is the Creativity Center, because that's what he thinks I'll be doing at the Creativity Center. So, Mom, I don't think you have a thing to be worried about. Really. There's probably a few things I've put up on the blog that if I were a parent, they would worry me. But probably not the majority.